1100s meanings behind Holcomb. Rush 1700s behind the leader. Napier 2100s. Now the Dutch. You said doing better in 4-man than in 2-man?
Yes, okay, always good for a surprise. Not consistent yet. Okay, Edwin van Calker is a young pilot, so but doing much better in 4-man than in 2-man. See how close they can come with their push time, because they don't use in this race Cyprian Jansma, so who I consider as one of the best brakemen in the world. Push bars still out. Push bar is in now.
Okay, good that they recognized it.
And they are too far off in the push. 538 is not good enough for a result they expect.
Hit the wall with his head. So the next crash here for the Dutch team out of 9. So
looks like we get a little bit of hold on the track here. A 4-man sled damages the ice much more than a 2-man does.
yeah, so that actually means that the track workers have to come and have to take some snow and water and do the ice again, so that all the other sleds which come later have the same conditions here on the ice. So Dr. Frenzel is already there again, the man in the yellow jacket. And we spoke to him. We said, "Doc, what are you doing? I mean, you were checking the guys, when you see they're okay, then you already have your camera in your hands." He said, yeah, I'm holding speeches, so for other doctors, and I sometimes need the pictures just to show other doctors what we do here, what can happen in bobsledding.
So we see one guy is already out of the sled, seems to be okay, and basically we see emotional reactions here. It looks to me it's Arnold van Calker we just saw. So we have Timothy Beck.
He's the smallest guy, but one of the quickest.
Yeah, he's a veteran as well.
Yeah,
he's in the sport. He actually, it's his comeback.
Yeah.
He was already in the 1990s with the Dutch programs. There he is.
That's Timothy Beck.
So
colored guy from the Netherlands, and the driver seems to be okay as well. So they're all good, but of course little bruises everywhere. So once again low, and then it comes up again.
And as we said, the 4-man, if it runs the wrong way, it drops down and then gets all the pressure at the end, gets pushed up high, so and cannot flip back onto the runners. So and then it jumps up and down, and in the exit of Kreisel we'll see, so they get a little bit of hit, so but they seem to be okay. And that's the good news about it.
So once again, it is just physics. So
that's all about it.
You're low, and then the pressure comes, and that's Newton's law. It brings you just up again at the end of the curve, and you cannot do anything.
As we say sometimes, if you're on the wrong way at a certain point, Isaac Newton takes over the steering. So nothing you can do about it.
It's a natural law, and it's there for everyone. So Dr. Frenzel doing there.
Yeah, they got some bruises or some, but nothing major.
If you had some longer hair, no one would even see it. So that's the good news, that they all seem to be okay. So I'm pretty sure the track workers and the race director are already in the track checking everything. So crashes, I mean, we have them. In Skeleton, Stefan Mörker was this of Switzerland. The Holcomb crash, and some older crashes too here. In Altenberg and on other tracks. Sometimes they're coming back on the runners. The French crashed. Swiss old Sia sleds, American sleds, Russian sleds,
Japanese,
yeah, Latvia,
Latvians.
Monaco, and this is Germany having problems coming in the sled. So we have a racing sport and airborne. I'm so happy that at all the races I commentated where we had crashes, nothing seriously happened, but it's not always the case because we already told you all the stories, how dangerous the sport is. That was a hobby crash in
Cortina.
Cortina d'Ampezzo, where he finished 6th with this crash. His very first crash in competition, his only crash in competition. Japanese guys, the Italians in Italy,
That was Calker.
and Pierre Luders in
Cortina d'Ampezzo as
Cortina
well.
d'Ampezzo, an almost crash. Yeah, well, we have to tell you the story some more. It was this last week in Europe Cup, some young guy from Riesa had a heavy crash here and he's still in serious condition in hospital in Dresden. We had this bad crash in Königssee with the Russian girls in Europe Cup. She is still in very serious condition. I think, was that the Christian Reich crash?
Yeah. That was a natural ice track. They don't have concrete walls, and then
So that's stopped from some, what's the speed there?
It's about
85 or
85
more?
kilometers. Yes,
To almost zero.
60 miles an hour to and they stop on the distance of 5 meters.